Errol Spence makes his first defense of his Ibf Welterweight title against Lamont Peterson. So what I thought was, well, Spence was boxing well, and the thing about it was, what was impressing me was Spence's IQ, because you have to realise he was in against Lamont Peterson. Lamont Peterson is adaptive. Lamont Peterson can box, he can slug it out, he can pressure you, he can do various different styles. Now the thing which impressed me the most was the way Errol Spence was able to beat Lamont Peterson at his own game. He was using his angles, his footwork and his angles. He was creating decoys to make body punches for Lamont Peterson. I was impressed because, I'm going to be quite honest, I did not think that Errol Spence had that variability that he displayed. I didn't think that Errol Spence had as many tools in his toolkit as that which he displayed against Lamont Peterson. On the contrary, Lamont Peterson, you see, the thing about it was, is I kind of knew I kind of knew what he was going to bring to the table in terms of his skill set, and I know what kind of a boxer he is, because I think, personally, in my opinion, I think Lamont Peterson has reached his full potential as a boxer in his career. I think he has reached his full potential, or close to his full potential. Maybe he still has some good wins in him yet. We'll find out in due course. But the thing about it was, I knew Lamont Peterson had good boxing skills. I knew he was adaptive, and it showed in the fight. Even though he lost, even though his corner pulled him out of the fight, you could still see in there that even though he got beat, Lamont Peterson has interesting skills, I'll put it as. Like, I thought there was a few rounds where he was able to do certain things to Errol Spence, but maybe, well, the thing about it was, is Errol Spence, after about round 5, he started to pick up on Lamont Peterson's tactics, or what have you, and I think that's when Spence started to control the fight more. But if you look at them early to mid rounds, you can't say that Errol Spence was exactly beating Lamont Peterson from pillar to post. I don't believe that to be true anyway. I think, Lamont Peterson was doing fairly well. Now, he was shooting out a jab, he was hitting Errol Spence with right hands and stuff, and I think what could have been the problem, now I'm not saying that Lamont Peterson would have beat Errol Spence anyway, but I'm just saying what maybe the problem was, is I think maybe Lamont Peterson's punching power just wasn't as commandable, maybe, and that's maybe not what caused him the fight necessarily, but was maybe one of the contributing factors. Now, having said that, I don't want to twist the thing, but BROOK is probably, in fact, I'm nearly sure he is a harder puncher than Lamont Peterson. Was he able to do the same? Like, was he able to get Spence's respect? Spence just seems to be when he has his man hurt, his confidence goes up, and he just seems to go all out in the attack. So maybe it's just, you see, the thing was, I wasn't so sure about Lamont Peterson pressuring Spence, because I thought from my personal point of view now, I'm not the most knowledgeable guy in boxing, okay? Like, I have boxed myself, not competitively, but I have boxed a bit. I know a wee bit about boxing, but I don't know a lot about boxing, and somebody can correct me. But yeah, maybe I thought that if Lamont boxes Spence, he have a better chance of winning than pressuring him. Because, you need to just be very physically strong, whatever. You push him back. Maybe pushing him back is the way to go to beat him. But I thought that Lamont could have used his boxing skills and boxed off the back foot. He did do it in spells of the fight. And the movement, I thought the movement, you need to be able to get lead dominance over the lead foot. So in this case, Lamont Peterson should have been dominating his lead foot, which is his left foot, because he's an orthodox fighter, against Errol Spence's lead foot, which is his right foot, because he's a southpaw. And I did see him doing it for spots in the fight, but then again, as I said, when Errol Spence got control of the fight in the mid rounds, I did see Errol Spence getting that lead foot dominance, and changing the fight. So I thought this was quite an entertaining fight. This is sort of the first major fight of 2018, as far as I know. Yeah, I found it an entertaining performance. I thought it was a spirited effort by Lamont Peterson, and I think this is a good win for Errol Spence and his resume. Now, if he would have beat the Lamont Peterson that beat Amir Khan, if he would have beat that version of Lamont Peterson, it would be a more respectable victory. But it's still a respectable victory in my eyes, because Lamont Peterson is still a sort of world level guy, or a fringe world level guy. I mean, we saw a few years ago what he done with the Danny Garcia fight, which was an interesting fight because of how he was able to make Danny Garcia miss, and Danny Garcia is a skilled operator in and of himself. So it was interesting to see, no, but it's still a good victory for Errol Spence. Now, I want to see Errol Spence fight Keith Thurman and all them kind of guys, especially Keith Thurman, because there's 3 belts in the line if he fights Keith Thurman. But anyways, look, I'll maybe do another separate video on Errol Spence's opponents for next, but for now, that's it. I might be coming out with some more fight announcements, depending on if fights get made and whatnot in the near future. There's a fight in February the 3rd. Not sure if I'll be discussing it in the channel, but it's Lawrence Okolie versus Isaac Chamberlain. I might be discussing it at some point, or I might be doing a post-fight review on it. But that's on the 3rd of February, so we still have a bit to go yet. We still have over a week anyway. But I should have another video up this week at some point. Probably a post-fight, or not a post-fight video, but a fight announcement if any fights get made. Anyways, look, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Comment below what you thought of the video and what you thought of the fight. I would love to hear what you thought of the fight. And this is Pugilist King. Thanks for watching.